Hello, good morning. It is Saturday and got my little broke ass iced coffee, and I thought I would do like a little, I don't know, haven't done anything on my YouTube in a minute, so I thought I would just do like a little get ready with me, just talk a little bit. So yeah, I'm just priming my face with this primer that Isla Beauty sent to me. Their packaging and their branding is so nice, and so I don't usually like use a primer, but I really liked this and I feel like it makes somewhat of a difference. We're just gonna get all primed up. Also, I read an article that if you like slap your face, it helps with circulation, so every night I'm like just punching myself in the face and just like, and apparently it's supposed to like make you like look hot. So clearly everything I read on the internet is true, and so I've just been slapping the shit out of my face and I don't know, nothing's happening. So slap your fucking faces, slap it up. Usually I will start off by like moisturizing and priming my face, and then I go in with this NARS soft matte concealer in vanilla. So I usually just like start by targeting my anything that is like a little heavier, any blemishes or anything like that. I've been so stressed lately, because if you follow me on Instagram, like you'll know that yesterday I was talking about how I've been on the job hunt after leaving my job in November. It's just been like very time consuming. Interviewing it feels like a full-time job. Like, you know, it's just a lot of being on, like being available obviously, and just really working to sell yourself, which isn't always very fun. So this job interview situation has just been going on for what feels like forever, but I'm like finally at the final stage with a few companies, so that's exciting, and hopefully that means a new job soon. When I left my job, I was thinking about like potentially doing like freelance or something like that, but I just honestly feel like I'm at the point in my life where I just like want a steady job. I just want to know my paycheck, and I want to know what I'm supposed to be doing and all of that, and I think I can still do like fun side things on the side and keep it like a fun side hustle, but I kind of just like want a job, and I don't know if anyone else feels that way. It's just like, I just want to know, and I want to have a boss, and like I want someone to report to, and I think it's just like I work better in those environments. That's just me though. Okay, back to this. So I've been really obsessed with ILIA, and I have a link which I'll put down below. I usually go in with both of these. I use the True Skin Serum Foundation and also the Skin Tint. My shades are Tulum and then also Texel. I want to be the person who comes up with these like names. I'll usually go in with like a squirt of this, and then also like a little squirt of this guy, and then just blend her in. Also, this stuff goes on really like, obviously I look like a ghoul right now, but it goes on kind of light, and then it kind of blends in, so don't be scared at first because it looks like really, you're like, oh my god, this is not my shade, but then like once it settles, it looks right. There's also this trend on TikTok that's going around with this girl who just uses a ton of foundation, and every single time I see her I'm just like, I can't even imagine, like my face would look crazy if I did that much foundation, but she's like killing it. She has like 5 million followers on TikTok, so I'm like, who am I to tell you what to do? I mean, she looks beautiful as well, so, but I think it helps that she has like perfect skin to start. Back to this job situation. So yeah, I've been interviewing for a while, and so I have like 2 or 3 jobs in New York, or at least like teams that are remote so I could work in New York, and then there's one job in Milwaukee. Yesterday I put up a poll. I was like, should I move to Milwaukee? Should I stay in New York? And I had a surprising amount of support for moving, and I don't know if it's necessarily like to Milwaukee, but everyone's like, you should try something new. Like if you have the opportunity to try something new, you should try something new. And like I mean, I don't know what I thought people were gonna say, but I didn't think that people were gonna react in that way. Like I kind of thought people were gonna be like, no, stay in New York. Like, not that New York gives a fuck about me, but like I thought it was like, this is who I am, and like this is my identity, and like I am like such a big, like Brooklyn, living in Brooklyn is like such a big part of who I am, which is kind of sad when I say it out loud, because obviously like I am who I am like wherever I am, but it just feels like, you know, home, and I've lived here for almost 7 years, and it's just like the idea of moving like gives me honestly like a panic attack every single time I think about it. But everyone was like very supportive, and like interested in the idea and like open to the idea. I mean, I had some people who were like, don't move here, like you're gonna be bored. Like I just don't think you're gonna be happy. But for the most part, people were like very into the idea. So that was kind of exciting and kind of got me thinking about like, you know, I think part of the thing, oh, by the way, this is ILIA's True Skin Serum Concealer, and it is in the shade Chicory. So then I usually just go in and like kind of put it at an upwards angle, and then like any of my little spots, and like maybe like a little swipe down the nose. It kind of got me thinking about like New York, and I feel like I love New York and I can definitely see myself staying, like honestly probably more than I can see myself moving. But part of me is like, the reason I'm kind of considering it is because not even just like pandemic situation, but I feel like New York served such a good purpose for me. Like it got my, you know, I understood like so much more about myself, like what I wanted to do, what my like strengths and weaknesses were, and who I wanted to be. And you know, when I was 23 and 24 and 25 and going to shows every night and going out and this and that, it just like served its purpose for me. Like I really found myself, I found so many amazing friends, like contacts. I don't know, I think it's been amazing, and definitely not saying I'm leaving yet. Like I know this sounds like I'm like, goodbye New York, which is not necessarily the case yet. I have a lot of thinking to do, and it's gonna be really dependent on like the other offers that I get. Sunny! It's gonna be dependent on the other offers that I get, but just thinking about it and like weighing the pros and cons of it, and like just thinking about like my mental state of like what I'm thinking about and like considering it, I just feel like part of me is like not outgrown New York, because I feel like this whole video I'm like, but I don't, so I don't know. I know this sounds like very like back and forth, because clearly I don't know what I'm thinking and like what I want to do. Oh, and then this is NARS. It's like the bronzer blush palette. It has Orgasm and Laguna, and I've been using this non-stop. I actually bought like a full size of Laguna bronzer just because I like it so much, and I'm almost out, but it lasts forever. Like I got this over a year ago, I think. So I'll just go in and like define my cheekbones and like maybe pull a little up here and like down here. I feel like New York, I feel like, you know, pre-pandemic, it's like I was doing the same thing all the time, like going to the same bars, like hanging out with everyone, the same people, like, you know, I kind of like found my little tribe and like got very comfortable and didn't really like work outside of that. I mean, I've made a lot of new friends and whatever, but I just feel like it's gotten like a little bit stagnant for me, and obviously that's on me. Like I'm a creature of habit, so sometimes like I get stuck in a rut of a routine, and I'm just like, this is my life and this is who I am forever, and it's like not necessarily what's best. Hang on, just taking off some of this concealer from my lips because I look crazy. It's not necessarily like what's best or what's like helping me to grow. And although New York is so comfortable to me and feels like home and everything, like part of me, and maybe this isn't going to be solved by like moving to a smaller city, I don't know, but I feel like part of me is just like, am I too comfortable in this situation? Like I know I'm a bit of a creature of habit, and that if I don't push myself out of a comfort zone, that I will just like do the same thing forever. And I think that's part of like what's scaring me a little, is that I'm like, I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, and now I'm just like doing the same thing forever, and like I'm not pushing myself to grow, and like I know I could still do that here and just like force myself to do new things, take classes, meet new friends, whatever, but it's just like, number one, it's hard during this time because fucking pandemic, and number two, it's just like part of me is feeling that if I just like took myself out of the situation, I think my biggest thing that I'm scared about is that I'm going to, the adrenaline of the idea of like a new change is going to be very much what's fueling me in the next few months, and I'm going to be like, okay, new job, new apartment, new this, move, get this all, like pack everything up, and then I'm going to get there, and then I'm going to be like settled in for like a couple weeks, and I'm going to be like, what did I do? Like, what have I done? Like I just uprooted my whole life and like everything that I know, and now I'm just like not happy still. And I think that's my biggest fear, is that I'm just gonna get there and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like, you know, once the adrenaline of it all wears off, I'm gonna be like, what did I do? Like, this is crazy. And I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna miss all my friends. And I still think that would happen regardless. Like, and this is Westman Atelier. It's like a little blush stick. So I just like dab that a little to make it a little more concentrated to go with that Orgasm blush. It's in the shade Petal. I like love it so much. It's kind of like a cream based foundation. Not foundation, Jesus Christ, blush. And this is just Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown. So I usually just kind of pop a little bit of that in to define my brows a little bit. I think I'm just afraid that I'm gonna get there and I'm just gonna be like, what have I done? Like, I made this crazy huge decision. I'm obviously thinking about it a lot, which is why I'm even having this conversation with myself, because I'm like, there's so many things to consider. So yeah, it's just all good things to think about and, you know, truly be like, okay, when I get there, like, even if I don't make friends immediately and even if I find it's like isolating, like, am I still gonna be able to be happy? Which I think the answer is yes, because I'm pretty good at entertaining myself and I don't really leave my apartment right now anyways. And even the past couple of years, like, I try to think about pre-pandemic and everything, like, I would just like work all day, come home, and then even on the weekends, like, a lot of times I would just like, aside from like maybe getting brunch with a friend or whatever, it's like I wasn't really doing New York-y things, like, you know, and so part of me is just like, I think that I could still be in like a similar routine and then also be pushing myself to try other things. I don't know, it's just also, quite frankly, it's an expensive city to live in. Like, New York is fucking expensive, and even just looking at some apartments for fun in Milwaukee, it's like so much cheaper, so much bigger, and I don't know, it is enticing. Like, it's enticing to be like, okay, well, maybe that's like what I want right now. Like, maybe I don't want to be in like a shoebox apartment and I want, you know, a little bit, like, maybe I want a car. So when I, you know, if I want to go on a weekend trip or if I want to go grocery shopping, I don't have to like lug my groceries down the block. Like, so much of the charm of New York is also what makes New York a little bit like not for everybody and kind of a painful place to live, depending on the pricing, like, just it's so hard on you as a person. Like, it's a hard city to live in, which is why a lot of people come here for 6 months and they're just like, no, it's not for me. And then they just go somewhere else because, you know, and the fact that I've made it 7 years so far and maybe longer, like, I'm really proud of that because it is a really hard city to live in. And every time someone messages me and they're like, I'm thinking about moving to New York, like, do you think it's a good idea? I'm like, really think about it, because number one, it's fucking expensive, it's competitive, there's rats, like, you get on the train and you see like 9 rats and you're just like, I love this place, but it's also scary. I don't know, I've just been really racking my brain about it, and it's like really all I've been thinking about because it's something I'm like having to make a decision on soon. Where's my thing? Also, I'm not a coffee girl, but suddenly I've just been a coffee girl, and I know this is like, go to a local coffee shop, but sometimes I just love like Dunkin'. It's really whatever. Going in with the holy grail of eyeshadows, the Chanel eyeshadow in New Moon, which I learned about from Into the Glass years ago, and this is my second one now, and they last forever, and it's just the best. It's just the best, and a little bit goes a long way, so it lasts forever. So even if you're like, oh, that's a pretty pricey thing for one eyeshadow, it lasts, like, literally my last one lasted me like 3 years. It's crazy. Yeah, like 3 years. I think I got it in February of 2017 when I was visiting Las Vegas, and I just finished it. I literally wear it every day. It's like my favorite. It just like makes everything pop a little bit. It's not too harsh because I don't really wear a lot of other like eye makeup other than like eyeliners, so it's nice to have a little something just to loser, just to make things pop a little. That's that. My 2 favorite eyeliners are the Glossier Pro Tip and then also this ILIA Midnight Express Clean Line Liquid Liner. I don't know if this is gonna focus. Hello? Hello? There she is. It looks so fucking messy. Anyways, this is the ILIA one. So it's like kind of similar, and I guess today let's do this one. I can't see. Just like a little bit on the edge, honestly, is like all I really want right now. Okay, so that's the ILIA. But I'm also excited because tomorrow I'm getting my lashes lifted, which I'm really, really excited about because I feel like my eyelashes are pretty like full and long, but they just do not hold a curl to save my life. Like even when I do mascara or like a wand or whatever, like it just, they are so straight. So they just like stick right out instead of curl up. And so I'm really excited because I feel like it'll make a big difference in my face. I'm excited to see what the vibe is. Today we're gonna use the ILIA Limitless Lash Mascara. I like this one because I like the wand a lot. It has like kind of like a hard edge to it right here, and then it has like a fluffier kind of like brush. And so I feel like it really helps to make your lashes not look clumpy and gross, and it helps to kind of hold a curl like where I can. Back to the, Jesus Christ, I just stabbed myself in the eye. Back to the job situation. It's just a hard decision to make. Like I don't know what the answer is, and even though like it honestly makes it harder to like bring a lot of people into the conversation, because then you're like, oh, this person said it has like a weird energy, but this person says it might change my life, to like make a decision and change everything. So clearly I'm an indecisive person. Like I'm having a hard time like deciding what I should do. And I know that's frustrating for a lot of my friends and family, because I'm just like get on the phone and I'm like, but I could do it this way and I could do it that way and maybe this or maybe that. And it's like a lot of what ifs right now because I'm in a limbo, because I'm waiting for other offers and I'm waiting to hear back and just get things solidified. So it's a lot of like what ifs, like what if this happens? What if this doesn't happen? What if, clearly at odds with myself and trying to figure out the best thing to do. I'm playing a lot. I'm like just talking. I'm like, I'm trying to figure out the best thing to do. And I don't know what the answer is yet. Maybe it'll become clear to me next week. Maybe it won't. I don't really know. I don't know. So I've been really obsessed with this ILIA Color Block lipstick in Wild Rose. I really like the formula. It's like kind of creamy and it's like this perfect color. It's like almost like my lips, but like more exaggerated. So I've been loving this. Do a little setting spray. So that's it. That's the best that's gonna happen today. It's as good as it's gonna get on a Saturday where I'm doing nothing. Maybe we'll do a little, this is like it's kind of similar to that Westman Atelier one, but it's from ILIA and it's in the shade Dreamer. It's like basically a multi-stick, so you can use it on your eyes, your lips, whatever, but I usually put it on my cheeks just for like a little extra pop. I will keep you posted on what happens. There was like no definitive situation in this video. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And that was it. Oh, did I already do this? This RMS highlighter? I think I did, but let's just pop a little more. Just like to, as a highlight. Sorry that this wasn't more like definitive. I'm just kind of like me just rambling on about like what I'm stressed out about, which, sorry if that didn't help or wasn't entertaining, but I don't know. I don't know if I should say New York. I don't know if you have any, if you live in Wisconsin, if you visited Wisconsin. I visited Wisconsin. If you have any tips, tricks, thoughts, whatever, I mean, the comments are open, my DMs are open. I just don't know. I just don't know. And we'll see. Oh, also I'm wearing right now, this shirt is by Willis. It's very cute. This little guy is very cute. And then I'm just like wearing a little skirt situation. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And sorry for the lack of content. I just have not been in the mood. Like, I know that sounds very stupid. Like, I just haven't been in the mood to, I just haven't been in the mood to make YouTube content. And part of me is just like, what the fuck? No one cares. Like, no one cares about what I have to say. So, which is imposter syndrome, whatever, but truly I don't know. Guys, I sound crazy. I'm like, I want to move, and now I'm like, I don't want to move, and I want to create content, but I don't want to create content. So, I just don't know. Fucking bangs. And until next time. Oh, let's get Sunny in here to say goodbye. Sunny! Sunny! She's like, fuck off. She's like, I won't respond to you if you like snap at me like that. Come here! Okay, until next time. Oh my god, you smell. Okay, bye. A show!